Typically, we do interior surfaces, so any veneer, any painted surface. We do stainless, mirrors, some stone, mostly marble and granite. Any non-porous surface. The issue with the porous surfaces are that once you put the paint protection film on, kind of seals everything in. So if any moisture gets in the edge and seeps through, then you're going to have issues with, staining and mold and things like that. We do interior and exterior, like tabletops, high traffic surfaces. We've done an entryway where guests are walking on and off often, with their suitcases or just, their big purses and things. So that'll help with any wear and tear. Obviously, we're doing a table today, which is great because our high gloss specifically gets very scratched very easily with any table decor that the interior staff might put on. I let boats know, houses, whomever we're doing paint protection film for, that it's going to only be as clean as the environment. And I know all of these yachts are super clean, but there's just these minuscule little particles in the air that you just don't see that my paint protection film is going to grab a hold of. So you're going to have a little junk in it no matter what. We have such a large piece of paint protection film that we're laying down that anything in the air, just all the junk kind of comes to it. So we will typically ask if we can do it on board when nobody else is on board so that I can be in control of the AC and I can turn the AC off so air's not moving and we don't have people physically in and out so they're not stirring up any dust in the air or bringing dust in from the yard or the marina. So I always tell boats it's only going to be as clean as the boat is. All boats are super unique, as you know, and we do have a lot of different inlays. The reason we don't cover the inlays is because of the surface difference, the height difference. And a strip that small on the stainless has a lot of edges, and it's really small. So the fear is that the wear and tear and the cleaning of it would just remove those edges so quickly. Professionally, I don't feel that it would be a good application to cover those stainless inlays. Now you have a large piece of stainless, that's different. I think it would be a better application because you have more surface area to hold that paint protection film down. So we're in the galley and we're just cleaning off the surfaces like we did on the table. So we're just prepping it with our cleaning solution just to get any of this residue that was on behind the hardware. The application is going on, obviously, the surface of it, and it's a little difficult to get it around the piece of hardware so that it's super secure and looks nice. So if the boat's willing, I always ask if they can help remove the hardware and then I can clean it up. And then that piece will be under the hardware. When they're opening and closing the cabinet drawers, there's a potential for them to maybe rub, and just the wear and tear of the drawers opening so often because it is the galley, I would be fearful that that would come off. So we're gonna just do the fronts and the two sides to protect the drawers. There's an issue with the sides of the two cabinets bumping into each other. We have a little tricky corner here. Sometimes this same cabinet can scratch this corner. Thinking a little outside the box of how to actually apply the film on here, we're gonna just make some nice long strips and make sure they're really, really straight to butt up to that corner, and then we'll apply it to each corner and then trim what we need to protect the corner and to protect each side. I found this paint protection film, my goodness, probably 5 years ago. I had no idea what it was. I was on a boat working on some touch-up for a captain, and I noticed some of the surfaces had this film on it. He was doing a yard period, so I was like, what is this film? He explained that he had it on his boat during the yard period, and then he was gonna have it all removed, mainly to protect the wear and tear in the surfaces on the boat when he had other contractors on board. So the owner visually wanted it to look like his boat and not like a boat under construction. So the paint protection film was put on. A vast majority of the surfaces walking in and out of the boat, countertops in case a contractor or somebody puts something down. Even with a blanket, it does help. I found a company here in town. It's Suntex paint protection film, and got trained in doing it. Actually got trained on cars because that's where the main, the main business is on vehicles. So that was pretty interesting, getting trained on a Camaro and like a Corvette and a Hyundai.